Welcome to the Enlighten Up podcast, where I am going to take you into a deep exploration of what it means to exist in this current reality. We are going to raise your vibes, open your mind, expand your heart, and dive deep into the wondrous mysteries and possibilities of this lifetime. There's been a spiritual catalyst that has set in motion the awakening process of many across the globe to return to the knowingness of self and unite what has been separated. Together, we're going to bring light into that darkness. We're going to remember the joy of living. But most of all, we're going to turn up the volume of our own eternal power and do the thing we're here to do. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Enlighten Up podcast. As you can see, I have one of our favorite returning guests, Consuelo Cassotti. Back to the show. Consuelo, sweetie, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Wonderful. Thank you for asking.
It's so good to see you. And just so the audience knows, we are hoping that we've been able to buffer some of the energies.
Yes, there's a lot of energy.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on between Consuelo and I, and it's affecting our internet connection. So hopefully we've taken some precautions and we're going to see how this rolls out. But Consuelo's asked her team to buffer the energies and they're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes. So we will see. Okay.
But there have been a lot of big changes going on, a lot of upgrading, and how things been with you? Have you been experiencing?
I noticed. First of all, let me say that I don't know if I send you this information, to Telegram or other information email, but since the high peak of the sun, instead of reaching the high peak of 2025. The scientists, they found out that it's starting now in 6 months, it's going to be the peak. So instead of being to 2025, they don't know what's going to do to the atmosphere. It's happening right now. So between now and 6 months, probably is going to happen. And so
what's going to happen? I didn't catch that. What about the sun?
High peak of the sun. So it looks like the high peak of the sun, like as a vibration, so it's going to be very high, the energy from the sun. So probably the highs is going to go down after. So it seems that they predict it's going to happen to 2025, but my feeling is the time is accelerating. They didn't realize that the time is going faster. So it's happening in 6 months. And scientists talking about this, and they don't have any idea what's going to happen to the atmosphere. But I can tell you, I put outside some of my plants that normally I keep inside in the kind of greenhouse. And in one day, the top leaves were completely burned by the sun. And I thought, okay, this is unusual. And I talked to other friends of mine that have the same identical situation in this area. So like something is going on with the sun, and I can see the time is accelerating. I don't know if you noticed, but during the day, it's so hard to finish something. Like everything goes so fast that sometimes like, okay, is it already time to eat? Or is it already time to go to sleep? And you realize what is happening now. So
right? I have felt that like the day just slips away.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. It's like everything goes so fast, but it's very hard to keep up everything. So it's why, we do our best, but it's happened. So this is something that I'm feeling a lot of energy, and I feel a lot of time, everything's going to be fine, but it's coming. Everything's going to apply, but it's coming. Okay, so it's really about trust and stay in the moment, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and as I was mentioning to you, and I mentioned to everyone on the podcast last week, when I shared my ayahuasca journey, learning to go into this deeper mode of trust and really understanding what it means to fully surrender and let go. It's just, you think you understand the concept and you've gone through layers of it, right? So of course you understand it at that layer, but then when you're able to pierce through and go even deeper, you're like, oh my gosh, there's still more.
Yes.
And it's truly a beautiful concept and state of being to be in. But yeah, so this idea of the sun reaching its peak frequency or strength, or this year has been a very powerful year already. The eclipses were very powerful. And it just seems like, I think, okay, well, next month we'll probably get a little break. Well, next month we'll probably, and it just never happens.
I know. I'm the same way, like, okay, and again, and again. It's like going under the water. Sometimes you put your head outside, okay, let me breathe a moment and go back again. I feel this way again. In fact, I channel the author sometimes, and they told me, be courageous. It's going to be a perilous time. Everything's going to be fine. And you know what they say to me? That the awakened one and the gap between the awakened one and the one that don't want to be awakened is going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And they say, let go. Don't feel guilty for them. Don't do anything. They know they have many occasions, plenty of occasion to be helped to choose something different. And when she talked to me, I felt like during the night, during the sleep, they try to talk to them. They try to explain to them. So they have plenty of occasion. We don't know, but people around us, all of us, they receive opportunities to change and to figure out something different. They didn't take it. And so it's okay. They say, it's okay. Everything's going to be more of a fine. So they say, let go, be in the moment. And I'm thinking, again? So it's like, again. So like, and they say, yes, it's going to be fine, but you're going to go through some time again. And every time I pick up a card, be courageous. Stand up on your belief, and everything's going to be fine. Right? It's what's happening. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
There's a lot coming through, and I can see why being courageous is very important at this time. It makes me wonder, even as you were talking about the sun strengthening and reaching its peak in about 6 months from now, which is right around the next eclipse season. Okay, that's October-ish. And but I mean, it makes me wonder, even before we get there, what this lion's gate is going to be, because obviously the lion's gate represents the sun, right? Like the sign of Leo, all of that, the Sirius star, like there's so much activity from the sun during that time that I wonder what's going to come through then.
Leo is also about the ego. Think about the ego. Not the Leo, they love to be in the center of attention. They like the ego, but also, it's also about stand up for yourself, stand up what you believe. So it seems like there are two parts of the Leo. Be courageous. The Leo is somebody, is courageous. It acts, it does stuff. So it seems like it's going to be very important for all of us. What I felt like, believe it in what you believe, and keep going. Don't judge other people if they change their mind, if they do something. Go straight to what you feel right for you. This is the time. Don't be hesitant. It's like you need to feel and you believe what you have. Is the reason why tonight we're going to talk about the higher self, because it's the best way to feel strong about what we decide to do about ourselves. Okay, so when we pay more attention and we listen more, so I think it's more and more we are guided to let go of the ego and be more the true ourselves in different way. Do you feel it?
I think. Oh yeah. So, and intuition seems to be increasing rapidly this year. I've just noticed that and from people that I've spoken to, everyone's that I've spoken, even clients, intuition just seems to be rapidly strengthening, expanding, growing. And so there's definitely stuff going on right now. And obviously tuning into your higher self is extremely valuable and important at these times, especially when you need courage.
And I truly believe that at night we receive a lot of updates, upgrades. We receive a lot of help and information. So is something that we do a lot of time. So I think more and more now, every night we are able to be in this moment where we receive knowledge and we are exposed to other information that we never know. It's why a lot of people are literally there
we are. Okay, there you are.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
We talk about the night, that at night, I think a lot of time also regular people, if you want to call people that are not so awake and aware about what is going on. I think they are doing, through dreams and, astral traveling, because all of us, we do, in a certain way we do. They are receiving upgrades, they're receiving information. And so, and during the day, probably they start to see and notice different the way that they speak, the way they pay attention. And so, because I have the same, I have a lot of men, and this makes me happy, because for men it's hard to be more connected to their intuition. Okay, they need to be logical because the society asks them to be the guy that they pay the bill and they do stuff, So, and notice that they are listening more to their intuition is a big sign to me, because it seems that they are finally open to this part of themselves. And so, in a so short time, I don't think there's other way that we can receive this upgrading, but at night. Makes sense?
Yeah. No. And I've definitely noticed dream time has been extremely vivid, extremely powerful. And I often wake up absolutely exhausted. Doesn't matter how much sleep I've gotten. So I know that there's work being done through the dream state as well. So yes. I think for everyone here, like so just so you guys know, we are going to take you through a group hypnosis meditation towards the end. And I think that's going to be great. But why don't we talk about the cedars before we get into all of this about the importance of the higher self? Because that's something that you've been connecting with more through your clients.
Yeah. So Dolores Cano, in many of her books, The Convulsion, she talked a lot about cedars or beings visiting the planet. She talks about the DNA that we carry that belong to other species. So she helped, and I felt this many years ago, that something was more so in our DNA. But recently I was reading the book from Elena Dannan, is a recent book that she wrote this year. And of course, you need to pay attention to what you feel, right? Okay. I never take a book fully and say, oh, I believe in everything she said or he said, but I always feel it, So, and it was interesting because this is the book, The Cedars is called. And what was interesting, a few months ago, I was doing meditation, and so I connect to my higher self, and I asked my higher self about the name, and my higher self say Oyonos, and I thought, okay, Altean, and I felt like Altean was not a last name, but it's like a group name or something. I thought, okay, so I cannot find much information besides if you take off O is Ionos and means purple in Greek. Okay, I thought, okay,
of course, yes.
And so I thought, okay, and maybe Altean, something similar to Altean, but it's different. It was what different. It means healers. But I thought, okay, it's very stretched. So, but at the moment, I have no other information. And so I started to read this book from Elena. And I found that Altean are one of the cedars. So she talked about 24 races that they came during different time on the planet Earth, and they put their seed in this reality. And they stay in different they literally they put their own DNA in the people, the beings that are living here. And so, and some of them are still coming back and forth. They create some place where they can watch us or support us. And she talked about they are coming back because they want to help us. And Altean is one of the group. And I thought, are you kidding me? So when I saw exactly the same way that I was spelling in my mind, it's exactly that. They are Altean, and they have Asian almond eyes, of course. They are very telepathic. They have a seat maybe in Himalaya. So they have a lot of information. They use the language of light. And I thought, I can see myself. Besides, I have many past lives as an Asian woman, many other. So, but I still am Mongolian, so I still carry this kind of aspect. And I thought, okay, now I know more. So what is happening is, and now that I saw the name, she has a picture of them, this is the picture of the Altean. Let me do this, so you can see they're slim, long hair, more humans, no, it's like,
yes.
So And you are one of them, remember, by the way. So I asked, you are one of them. So I start to ask.
I know you and I had our first lifetime together in Mongolia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so it's like, of course, she's part of a cell group. Why not? So what I start to realize, I start to ask myself, where am I? So because, we are holograms, okay? We are fragmented part, and we live a different lifetime. As Dolores cannot talk about everything's happening right now because time is not linear. We know this, it's circular. So when you start to think about, we are fragment, we are fractals, or our essence or real essence, to ask, where am I? And I found funny because I saw myself in this kind of stasis, like this place where I laid down. I don't know if it's a spaceship or it's a planet. I have no idea. But I felt like, oh, this is me, the real me, whatever is the real me, the Altian one, in this kind of stasis. So they choose to experience many different life in this moment for supporting the planet for this evolution. I thought, okay, it's interesting, So, and I felt that a lot of light worker are part of these 24 seeders. So these are races that they came because they want to help to evolve more and better, okay? They don't have a real agenda about us, probably, but just they want to help us to evolve more. And so the fact that they are coming back, I think, is part of their helping the evolution, helping their brother and sister, because I don't feel like a fathers and mothers, but more brother and sister in a certain way. So they want to help us to go better, because what happened here, between reptilian and gray, we have so much going on that we have no idea what's happened. So I think we didn't have the occasion to really evolve without interference.
Yeah.
And so it's why probably they are going to help us, because it's really time for us to be free of this interference, because the manipulation, the mind control and everything that all of us we have, because I have,
Well, I'm being reminded of something that I've heard Andrew Bartzis talk about, who I respect greatly. He's one of my favorite teachers out there right now. And I've heard him talk about how, it's really important for us to do our work and to evolve and do all that, because we're kind of holding up the universe. We're kind of holding up the universe, and it can't keep expanding in the way that it's need to, because we're kind of holding Earth back. And there's other things. I'm really dumbing it down right now. There's a lot of information around that, but that concept, I think one of the reasons why they may be coming back to assist too, is to also help in the evolution of the universe to continue moving forward.
Yes. Plus, you talk about mushroom journey, ayahuasca. I receive information that a lot of in many galaxies, because, oh, by the way, all the galaxies are connected. We have no idea. Like a grape, we are all connected. So I can tell you that there are beings coming because they heard us crying for help. So, and they're coming from another galaxy because we are all connected. So there is another way to communicate. We don't see this because in this reality, we don't perceive this, but it's happening. So when this happens, it's like everything's moved. So when they show me a few months ago, when a planet was destroyed for natural reason or from a battle, a war, or something, so the people that survived, they choose to come to this planet where
Oh, hold on. I lost her.
Information and knowledge. Oh. Okay.
Hold on a second here. I lost you there for a second.
Okay.
So it cut out right when you said people are coming here to change, like they hear our cry and they come in.
Yes. So when they come in here because also this planet Earth, when something happened to other galaxy, other planet, they are destroyed for natural reason or for some battles or war or power war, whatever it is. The being that survived, they took a lot of information like DNA and any kind of information they carrying from their own planet in our planets.
There we go. Okay. You're back.
Okay.
So they carry it from their planet to this planet.
Yes, because we were far away. We are the outsider, kind of. So they thought that we were safe here, like leaving the information in our race or in our nature, like sacred water. They say sacred water. There are a lot of sacred water, but only Native American and some Aborigines know the source, and they are very good on as a custodian and guardian the source, and mushroom by the spores. So there are a lot. We're gonna find that mushroom have beings, sentient beings, intelligent beings, smart beings. We don't know yet, but we will find this, because it's amazing how much they show me that through the spores, the mushroom, they carry a lot of knowledge, information from other planets. So it seems like it's also the reason why it's so important that we move on, because like you say, we hold everybody back. Like, okay, so we need to evolve in order to allow this information to merge. Makes sense to you?
Yeah, no. And it's so interesting. I'm so fascinated with plant medicine, like all the different forms of it, and how deeply encoded and conscious it is, like what its potential is and how we can work with it it's just mind-blowing. It's incredible technology. It's technology beyond anything like that I truly understand to use in this lifetime right now. Like
it's organic.
Yes.
It's a sentient. It's like, I know.
Yeah. So a lot of the information that these other beings has been left with the mushrooms and like plant medicine, like ayahuasca and other things like this.
So some are probably doesn't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore. They disappeared completely. And so some are these 24 races, they are coming back. So there is a lot is going on. They want to help us to move to another level, but also with certain knowledge. So they talk about the arcs that are wake up, they are, but I don't, under the pyramids of Giza pyramids or other places. So I believe there's a lot of knowledge. And we are not able to reconnect fully, because until we don't move to another level, nothing can be open or can be discovered. Or if I discover, they cannot see, they cannot find the door, the gate to go in, because of course, like I said, it's very organic. All the new technology, whatever you want to call, because it's very organic. So resonate with your DNA, resonate with your blood, resonate with your way to be as a human being. So some of us, we hold the key to open this portal. We hold the key to open this consciousness. So, and like I say, Native American, I believe most of the only one keeping the key, because in their own mentality, their own way to be, they are the keeper. They are not the owner of the planet. So you see, this is the difference. They help them to be and to stay free of this desire to have everything, the power. And so this makes the difference.
It's interesting. It makes me think about too, how in my last mushroom journey back in March, that when I connected with the humpback whale and understood later that the whales here on the planet are the record keepers of Earth. And just as the whale is, and so there's many ways that we can access this information. It's left encoded in many different places, including all of us. Like, we've all got our own encoded information, and so this is why it's so important for us to stay connected, to be open, to be having these conversations, because you say one thing and it's like it can activate someone in the audience, and then like they'll have a conversation with someone, it'll activate them, and it's just this domino effect.
Exactly. And what we are looking for, because now is the time to wake up. Now is the time to find our own power. Is why it's so important when people become more connected to the higher self. So let me explain. Dolores Cannon method, the QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis therapy, is divided in different parts. And one is to look for past life, our lifetime. So a person see our lifetime, but one is about connect to the higher self. So the clients, I got the clients to connect to the higher self. And what is funny is a lot of people say, I want to do the session because I want to be connected to my higher self, like they don't know how to connect, but not only it's impossible. And I always tell them, you are always connect to your higher self. It's like you ask me, oh, I want to be connected to my arm or my hands. It's just about pay attention. So if I ask you, how is your arm? Oh, I feel my arm is tired. Oh, oh, everything is better, but my fingers, it's because we don't pay attention. So I always say,
it's understanding your connection. It's not about,
yes,
can I connect? It's how do you understand your connection?
Thank you. Exactly. So when you pay attention to this part of you, you allow this part to talk to you. But if you don't pay attention, you know how many times you walk around and you have bumps, blue, and say, how this happened? And because you didn't pay attention to the moment. So nothing wrong, but you're like, oh, when this happened to me. And you have a body, you have a physical body, and you can feel her. Imagine the higher self is connect to you. So, and the difference between, because people sometimes they got confused about spirit guides and, and your higher self. Okay, let me explain the difference. Spirit guides are your ancestor from your DNA or from your family or from your, soul group or for your, the star seed, whatever, so I say
galactic families.
Thank you. Many, many. So they are the coaches. They are the coach. They give you the guideline. They are the one pushing you, helping you, supporting you. Okay. And so they will never ask you to surrender yourself to them. By the way, if they do, they are not the good people. Okay. Something's wrong with them. Because
kick that spirit guide to the curb.
Okay, take them off, because they want you to become more confident. They are the one helping you to become so confident that you can listen to your higher self. So your higher self is the true yourself, is a part that's going to help you to become more the true yourself, connect to every aspect of yourself or your power. So you see the difference. So that with your higher self, you need to surrender yourself, but because you surrender to yourself, it's completely different. Makes sense what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, yes, you need to listen and surrender. When the spirit guide is talking to you, like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I know what I want and I am okay. What's happening is the interference is from the ego. So a lot of people, of the mind, because sometimes ego and mind is very similar. So a lot of people, when they listen something, a message, a voice inside the head, or something, a feeling inside, the body, because everybody's different. So people have different way to listen the message. They don't want to believe because sometimes I'm uncomfortable. So they're not very good every time. You know this, right? Sometimes when they tell me, you have a courage. I know it's myself. You're going to be fine. Have a courage. You can do it. Oh, come on. I want to have a vacation. Okay. So what I'm saying is, of course, it's not always pleasant. And is why a lot of people that are very intuitive or empathic, they end up to have addiction. They do.
Oh, you cut out right after you said people who are empathic get caught up in addiction.
Back again, maybe.
Okay, there you are.
Okay, thank you.
So you cut out right as you said that people who are very empathic often get caught up in addiction.
Yeah, because they don't like to feel the discomfort. They don't like to feel uneasy about themselves or about what they need to do. Of course, it's not like a working, sanitary with ice cream. It's like it's not so easy to go. So sometimes it takes courage. It takes strength to say, okay, I'm feeling this. I know this situation is not right, or believe. So it's like taking a trampoline and jump without a web sometimes. So, but really, when you do this, you feel free, right? You know exactly what I'm talking, because it's like you feel powerful. You feel liberating from all the heavy stuff that the society tried to put you and keep in a box.
Yes.
So It's not to be the wild person, how to listen to your higher self. It's not. It's not to be completely high. No, wait. It's about listen and give yourself permission to be more open to listen. And whatever comes to you, accept it. Don't deny it. So a lot of people have this difficulty, and because the ego say, "Oh no, this is not good for you. You have a family. You cannot take this job because how are you going to pay the bill? Or but you are not happy, and you have a problem, and you're going to have a cancer in a few months because more you don't, so you're going to lose your family. You're going to lose your job. So you don't have this part, but your higher self knows that can be worse.
It's, even as you say that, it just brings me back to even just in my ayahuasca journey where I was struggling with my ego and not like, is this my ego saying, go up and get another cup of medicine, go up and get another cup, you need to go deeper, Nicole, you need to push yourself. And that's not how this works, and I think that's how I was able to decipher in that moment, whereas like, that's me pushing, that's me trying to control, and there's an aggressiveness behind the ego. Sometimes it's subtle. It's not like, sometimes it's in your face, but oftentimes it's a little more subtle, but you can pick up on it. And I think that's one of a way or a clue that you can look for.
Yes, one lovely information. That I have a new dog because I became an owner of a dog. So when
tell them what dimension your dog is from.
Okay, last September when I was traveling to Italy, I felt this white dog, small, in my energy, and I looked and I said, "Who are you?" So I thought, very interesting because I'm more a cat person. I'm very feline. I was going to the lion people, so my story is completely different. So a dog, I thought, are you kidding me? So, but it came different time just to check on me. I feel like it was checking on me. And I thought, okay. So a few months ago, I was looking in Pathfinder just because let me see if I see the dog. And I ended to have a dog from different source. And so it was a fluffy dog, mixed poodle, because I cannot have a big dog. I need to travel. So but when the dog arrived to me today after, it said, "My name is Kiki." I thought, okay, Kiki, because they communicate. So say, okay, Kiki. So the day after, I asked my higher self, who is Kiki? And my higher self, Kiki is, the full name is Kihandrel. I thought, okay, interesting. Kihandrel. I thought, okay. And as soon as I felt this name, I felt like angelic, very high vibration. I thought, Kihandrel. I thought, okay. And my higher self say, this dog or beings is part of this group of beings that they don't have any body anymore. They are 12 dimensional.
Nope, I lost you again.
So what's happened is,
so I lost you there. You're saying that the beings they said they're 12th dimension, but they don't have bodies anymore.
Yes, and because they don't have any ego.
Oh.
Because the mission is to come here, help humans, or help this planet, every being in this planet. So, and they say they accept to have any kind of body. It doesn't matter to them the body. And I thought, wow, this is cool. They don't care what kind of body they have. My higher self, they can be a flower, a plant, an animal, because the mission is the most important for them. That be the ego, like, oh, I was this, I was that. No, they don't care. They're coming in shape and form that is necessary for the mission. So they say, and they show me a flower that was cut and stay in the vase in this family for a few days, and the vibration from the flowers helping the family to change their awareness. And I thought, oh my goodness.
Wow.
So this explains to you why we are all connected and why every action, everything we do, if we do with respect and love, will be better, because everything we connect with carrying something for us, a gift.
Yes.
So and I was like blown away. And I asked, any human say, few, they will be humans, but the outsider. And I feel like an autistic child, they cannot communicate, or people that have some kind of difficulty. So they cannot decide for answer for themselves. So just be there in that place would be the way to help humanity. And I thought was amazing. So this talk about ego, I thought, oh my gosh, this is the best way to see a being without ego, because yeah, whatever. We're gonna be whatever it is. Maybe for one day, maybe for a week, maybe for 1 year. Doesn't matter. So, and so this is Kiki, my Kiki. And yes, in fact, just 2 days ago, I don't know what I said, and I asked information. Said, yeah, she's because I decided to fix her, to don't have any baby. So I asked her,
Spain, yeah.
It's okay, spay her. So I asked her, okay, are you okay about this? And she said, I didn't come here to experience to be a mother. She said to me, I'm okay. I'm come here to protect you and to guide you. And I thought, oh my gosh, guide me. Okay, he's a dog, but when you want part of it, okay, guide me. But I realized that I don't know how, but she will connect with me. And who knows, the way that she will let me know stuff. But it was so beautiful to feel that a little puddle mix, can be so, carry so much good energy and be here for a very big reason that we know. Make sense? So
yeah.
talking about ego.
Yeah. And for us to really consider, just that every being around here has a purpose and a mission, and there could be some very powerful consciousness and energy behind that body or plant or, animal, whatever it might be. I think, we're so programmed to believe that we're at the top of the food chain most of the time. And because of our brain and everything, that we just think, oh, we know better. So, and that's not always the case at all. In fact,
no, it's not. I think we can really learn a lot from animals, the compassion and everything. So I mean, I can talk for hours because I love to communicate with them and I love to watch them, what they are doing. So it's pretty amazing how much they can be more compassionate that we are. We don't understand this. Okay, so
let's do some tips on how people can really connect with their higher self before we go into the meditation, because I think that's going to be important. I think people could really
First of all,
that.
I want to be sure that people understand that we fragment our experience. So the higher self is the most part connected to the divine, our source. So through the higher self, our pineal gland, we can connect more to this aspect, okay, of us. And our higher self knows everything, knows every lifetime we are experiencing right now, because I think it's kind of the master that guides, kind of connect to every experience that we are making right now in certain way. So it's, I don't say rational, but kinda, so it kind of coordinate every aspect of different lifetime we're watching here, doing here. So we are experiencing here. So it's why he knows everything. And I have a feeling that this is me, okay, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that ETs, or they say sometimes some humans connect to certain, enlightened beings. It happens sometimes. And the ETs, they can see us through our higher self. They know what is going to happen to us, what kind of project we need to go, what kind of thing we need to do, because I'm feeling that they know how we can interact to our lifetime. And so sometimes they don't do anything, or they do their best to interfere much, because they know that they will create some kind of interruption in our mission or change our destiny. So I think they can connect to this part of us, the higher self. It's like a big computer, whatever, big database. So I think they connect to that part of us, so they can see split in many life what we are going to do it. And so it's why sometimes they don't interfere, because I remember this Native American woman, Six Killer is her last name, I don't remember her first name, and she said that this young man beings from the car accident, but he was paralyzed. And he was so mad because they took care of his head, because it was bleeding a lot. And he lost consciousness, and somebody stopped by and they took him to the hospital, but he never understood why they fixed all his head and not his spine. So this man ended up to become somebody who was working in a certain way, and because he was paralyzed, he was able to achieve a mission. So he was able to do everything because of this situation. So it seems like they know how to interfere or not interfere, because I think they connect to this part of us. Makes sense?
Okay. And you're saying, like, when they connect to that part of you, that they are able to kind of see all the different, I want to say, timelines or
Yes.
probabilities and
Yes. So one way that we can do, of course, everybody talk about meditation, but also if you are not very good on meditation, just start to work on your breathing. Okay. So what you need to do is just, you can just inhale and exhale. And every time you do, count maybe 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, when you inhale, and 1, hold, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and you exhale. And start to use words, affirmation, like I am peace. I'm surrendering myself to my higher self, or words like I want to be my true myself. So I allow myself to be connected to every aspect of my true self. I let go of my ego. So using these words and doing like a read, doesn't matter. It's not a meditation, but it's a way to start. And more you feeling the flow inside of you, the peace. And if a mind, the ego try to sabotage you, start again and just breathe in and breathe out. Don't give up. This is very nice, easy. Close your eyes. It goes down your lungs, and count and start to say. So do this every time, follow everything. And again, when you exhale, follow the air, imagine that it's coming out from your nostril. So if you do this, you keep your mind probably busy. And so it would be easier for people that have a time to don't think anything, like be completely in peace and completely without thought. So it's easy to do it. So this breathe in and breathe out would be very, very nice. And again, when you breathe in, say, I am. That is very important. I am peace. I am surrendering. So, and say, what you want to say as affirmation. And more you do this, more you're going to find a quiet in your mind, in your heart. And so this is the time where your heart self going to submerge more, emerge more, because you feel like there is space. I can come out. Because if you create a space, it's really about energetically, you leave some space open, and whatever comes to you, don't judge. Again, let go. Okay. So don't start to think, oh, come on, it can be possible or whatever. Just let go. Whatever comes to you, can be images or something, is a way to start to connect. And remember, certain people are very good on feeling. So maybe you just feel. Some people are very good on seeing. And some people are very, audience. So they can hear. So let go. And I believe that more you do this, more you're going to use all of these 3 parts of you. But as a beginner, maybe you're going to use only one. And it's okay. Whatever comes to you, let go. Listen. And it's okay.
Yeah. And, going even back to last week's episode, when I talked about this on my ayahuasca journey with all of you guys, is it's important to remember that in order to strengthen the neural pathway, to create a new neural pathway, where you're able to really utilize that program of I am connected to my higher self. I feel confident in my higher self. I trust my higher self. Exactly. You have to, that neural pathway becomes more embedded and deeper and consistent. It's a track that you will easily fall into. You don't have to fight to get there. You don't have to fight to find it. You're going to find yourself falling into it with more ease. The more you believe what you're doing. And so using your senses can really amplify the depth of your own belief, or the potency of your own belief is what I should say. Now, start with whatever sense you are most strongest with. So is it visualization? Is it feeling? Is it smell? Is it audio? Like, are you able to hear things more? Like, does music help get you there? Whatever it might be, just start using your number one sense that is strongest for you to start creating that neural pathway. And then as you start to create that pathway and you started to, deepen the tracks, you can then start to add in another sense and bring that one into the mix. So that is really important. I just lost Consuelo. Here she comes back. There you are. Okay, we got you back. But as I was saying, this is important for people to.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I heard you.
Okay, so you heard. So I think, take your time. Don't expect for it all to come flooding out at once. It's possible that could happen for a few people, but for the majority of us, it takes practice, it takes discipline, and it takes consistency. So just start creating that neural pathway, and slowly over time, you'll deepen the tracks. And just like with anything that you do repetitively over and over again, you will deepen that track to the point where you almost can't even get out of it. So, yeah.
And my suggestion is you can do also morning affirmation, like a subconscious mind, help me to be better connect to my higher self, so that I can be my authentic self every day in every moment in my life. So it can be a mantra you can use every time, So you allow yourself, you ask for permission, you give yourself the possibility, the permission to do it. And you tell your higher self, your subconscious mind, please help me, I want this. Another thing is like, subconscious mind, allow my higher self to fully connect with me so I can be the authentic myself. So words like this, some kind of, you see how powerful they are. So like, I want this. I want to be the authentic myself because I believe that I'm worth it. Because this has the part, you also recognize that I love myself. I worth it. I'm going to be the authentic myself. Makes sense?
People need to, you got to really understand how you're saying something. Like, do you believe it? Because say it with conviction. Say it with conviction and really hear the reverberation of your voice and the different frequency that it carries when you do say something with conviction. And eventually, you'll believe it. So,
and eventually it's going to happen because you can manifest everything. Because about how much you believe.
Yeah. So should we do a meditation?
Okay, I'm here back again.
Okay, there you are.
Okay. So
I'm gonna let you do the meditation.
Okay.
And because you're recording on your end as well, it should go through okay. So if you feel like I've frozen or whatever, just let it I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let you go.
Okay. I prefer to do kind of self-hypnosis because I think we can go deeper. So please, if somebody is listening and is driving, don't do it. But pay less attention to us, please.
No operating motorized vehicles or anything mechanical, please.
Okay. So, and the easy way to go to the REM is when you look up, open your eyes and look up, either you can, and just do some breathe in and breathe out. I suggest at least do it 3 times. And every time you breathe in and breathe out, keep your eyes brought up. Feel the relaxation coming into your body. Now keep your eyes brought up, but close the lids of your eyes lid down, and you're gonna feel the fluttering. And this is telling you how easy you are to be hypnotized. So feel the fluttering. This is good because you already started to go to the REM. Exactly the place where you want to go as a hypnosis. Relax, breathe in, breathe out. Feel your eyes shut, still shut. And just let go your eyes wherever you want to go. Feel the relaxation going down from your head, your neck, your shoulders, going down, down, down to every part of your body. And feeling completely relaxed, completely relaxed. Breathe in and breathe out. This is very important. You're doing very, very well. Now I'm going to ask you to look down 10 steps and see your feet, feel your feet going down 10 steps. So step 10, see your feet, feel your feet going down. Step 9, and feel completely relaxed. 8, completely relaxed. 7, completely relaxed. 6, 5, you are completely relaxed, deeply relaxed. 4, see your feet, feel your feet going down. 3, see your feet, feel your feet going down. 2, and 1, you are here, completely relaxed, deep down, relax, deep down, relax. So now I want you to imagine a beautiful place where you can be in the universe, can be an island, can be a countryside, doesn't matter, mountains, wherever is good for you to be, where you feel safe, you feel that you can be relaxed. I want you just to be there. Enjoy, look around, feel very comfortable about it, confident about the place, touch whatever comes to you, feels you're doing very well. Keep breathing, breathing out. And I want just you relax for a moment. So now I want you just feeling that from your pineal gland, this antenna, because the pineal is our spiritual antenna. So visualize your pineal, instead of it being flat down, standing up. Your pineal is standing up. And through your pineal, there's kind of antennas going out, up, up, up to the universe. And it's taking you to where your higher self is resting, is watching, is observing you. Feel the connection. You are always connected, remember. It's just about allowing this connection more and more and making stronger this connection. So more you do this, more you're going to feel connected. So I want you to say hi to your higher self. And I want you to smile because your higher self is smiling back to you. And ask your higher self if you can share any name, nickname, and it can be a sound, can be anything that it comes to you. So pay attention and listen and be open to anything that your higher self wants to share with you. Can be a name, a planet, or information. Anything comes to you, it is fine. There is a message. So listen. This is the perfect time where your higher self can tell you something. Ask for a message. Pay attention. Be very open and let go. Let go any fear. Let go any judgment. So listen, pay attention. Your higher self knows everything. So if you have any question that you want to ask to your higher self right now, try and listen. This is the perfect time to do it. Can be just a sensation, can be an image, can be a word or a phrase. Doesn't matter. Whatever comes to you is a perfect information. Breathe in and breathe out. And remember, you are always connected to your higher self. And now, starting from today, you can feel strong connection every day. And the connection is going to be stronger and stronger and stronger because you asked for. So you can be the full yourself, the true, authentic yourself more. Because your higher self is very connected to you and want to help you to be the authentic self. So now, unless you have something to do with your higher self, there is something more that you need to listen. I'm going to ask you to come on. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. So on 1, you're going to go back to the place where you choose to be, a nice place. At 2, you're going to start to feel the connection to your body. At 3, you're going to start to feel that you're breathing faster, the blood is circulating faster, you're going better and better and better. 4, you're more present in your physical body, in the reality where you are today, in this moment, in this particular lifetime. So 4, 5, now open your eyes. And remember, this connection is always ready for you and is strong enough for you to ask to do anytime.
Thank you. Thank
Pleasure.
you. That was beautiful.
You like it?
Yeah,
Right?
no, I really like that. I think people are going to like that as well. Let us know in the live chat for those of you who are watching live when this premieres, or let me know in the comments below YouTube or in Spotify in the Q&A. I'd love to know what you thought of that. And I think it's one that people can play over and over just to kind of help them get their feet wet and feel it out. And eventually you can just do it on your own.
Yes, again, is the reason why I want to empower people. You know, they know that I offer session, QHT, RTT, karmic release, so, but I also like to empower them. So I want people to be able to have some connection, because sometimes I can help to create a better understanding, or sometimes they just need to have a permission, or sometimes they just need to have a confirmation to what they feel, they hear, they see. So, but it's nice. So I want to support everybody to do your best to do this. And believe in yourself is very important, right?
Yes, very much, very important. It's half the battle. It really is.
Let go your mind. Sometimes like, okay, ego, take a walk, go to do some laundry. It's okay. Don't worry. I can be okay, right? But we cannot be without.
And people need to remind themselves that that's the world we live in. That's the reality we live in, is that we're constantly being taught to listen to others and not ourselves. You know, like, let me tell you what you need to do and what's best for you, not yourself. And so we're constantly having to fight that program and create one where we actually are our greatest authority.
You know, the good is sometimes the higher self and the spirit guides, they're sabotaging something. If they see that, oh no, this is going to be very bad to the person, they do the sabotaging. So I love to see that sometimes change my schedule, my agenda, they're like, okay, I cannot go there. So, and I ask, okay, it was not good. To realize, no, this is not good for you. So, you know, and you know what I'm talking. So people have no job, maybe they're fired or something happened and they cannot explain what's happened and say, oh no, it's for the good. Look at you. So there is a reason why. You see, again, remember, we are all connected. Everything's happening for a reason.
Yes.
Very important.
Ah, yes, yes. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful information that you shared with us. I think that was really interesting, and lots there with the sun potency, the cedars, and the higher self connection. I hope you guys got a lot out of this episode, as I think everyone does when you come on the show. I know people love your energy and they love the information that you bring forward.
Hi. And Kiki want to say hi, right, Kiki?
Oh,
she knew what we finished, so she just, okay.
And of course, a purple collar, of course.
Okay, but she's not purple, okay?
Yeah, she's not purple. Oh, super cute. Oh, well, let everyone know, Consuelo, where they can find you if they'd like to book a session with you or reach out to you for more information.
Thank you. So Balance Evolution, or just E between Balance Evolution, is .com is my website. You can find me in Facebook. For some people will like Facebook, in Twitter, Instagram. I'm not a big fan of doing this stuff, you know me. But welcome. You can find me through my website. You can book a session directly online. And please, if you have any question, doubt about what to do with my session, or, you know, before to book, let me know, text me or email me. I will be very happy to help you. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you for this
Thank
occasion.
you. Thank you so much. And thank you to the audience. And remember, if you would like to come to the Forbidden Journey Retreat in Colorado, that is September 28th through October 1st. There are still a few tickets left. If you'd like to join me and a few other high vibrational beings on this planet to explore the depths of the Forbidden Journey and everything that we're going to uncover. And if, you know, hey, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to be sitting in the hot tub one night and looking up at the stars, because that's my favorite thing to do in the mountains in the fall is sit in the hot tub, maybe have a glass of vino and look up at the stars. Who knows, maybe a little microdosing here or there. But I'd love to have you there. It'll be a great time.
We're gonna enjoy it.
And yeah, so guys, I love you so much. Have an incredible week. And don't forget, we've got our full moon in Sagittarius coming up with Mary Decina next. She'll be on the show to give us the full lowdown. And after that, we've got some more great guests coming up. So I love you guys. Have an incredible week, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for joining me for another show on the Enlighten Up podcast. I love you guys so much for all of your continued support. So remember to raise your vibe, find your tribe, and be open to the infinite possibilities held in the mysteries that surround us all. Thanks again for sharing the show with your family and friends. And if you're new to the show and you need to find out more information about me, please head on over to my website, NicoleFrolick.com, where you can join my newsletter. And please follow me on Instagram, Telegram, and YouTube. Keep your light bright, and I'll see you next week.